Human curiosity has led to the creation of many ideas that shape the world. For as long as humans have been able to write, they have written on their observations and descriptions of the earth. This geography was simply composed of scratch drawings of the soil with sticks. Beginning in the river valleys of China, Mesopotamia, and Egypt, ancient people studied geography and made maps. Homer's Iliad and Odyssey marked the beginnings of the Greek and Roman study of geography. Odysseus' travels mapped, to a certain extent, the western Mediterranean and the Ionian Islands. Although the majority of classical scholars argue that Odysseus' landfalls are best viewed as imaginary places, the connection of the major landmarks of the story and the places around Greece set a foundation for the further use of geography in writing. Aristotle's observations in the spherical shape of the earth and the relationship between earth's features and human behavior developed the understanding of geography. Yet the term geography was not coined until 3rd century BCE, when Eratosthenes almost accurately calculated the circumference of the earth in Egypt by measuring the angle of the shadow cast by a stick at noon on the summer solstice, when the sun was directly overhead. This angle, 7.2 degrees, was roughly 1/50th of a complete circle. Then by measuring the distance from Alexandria to Cyrene through equally measured steps, Eratosthenes calculated the circumference of the earth to be about 250,000 stadia, which is roughly between 24,000 and 29,000 miles. The Earth has a known circumference of 24,900 miles. Nearly 500 years after Eratosthenes' greatest discovery, Ptolemy wrote a summary of the Greek knowledge on geography, including the size and location of continents, that dominated European thought for 1,000 years. Strabo, a Greek geographer who witnessed the transition into the Roman Empire, wrote descriptions of various areas of the empire and proposed theories of how geography influenced history. Between 500 and 1400 CE, during the European Middle Ages, when Europeans rarely ventured out of the region, Muslim culture flourished in the Middle East, and scholars like Ibn Battuta, in the 14th century, created maps and wrote books that advanced the study of geography. A new era of exploration, discovery, and mapping began with Christopher Columbus's historic voyage in 1492. Cartography or map creation began to play a larger role in geography. Dutch scholar Gerardus Mercator's Sailor's Map was an important map that advanced geography in the early modern period. Alexander von Humboldt's journey across the tip of southern America and his study of continents displayed the world as a connected whole and has inspired geographers since. In the early 19th century, the establishment of geographic societies in Europe marked the formal academic discipline of geography. Early efforts were focused on the great themes of geography that had emerged: exploring, mapping, gathering data, and seeking to analyze and understand diversity. In recent years, geographers like Carl Sauer expanded the focus of geography beyond the physical traits of the Earth to include human activity. Geography has become increasingly diverse and specialized, and as a result, geographers study the spatial distribution of nearly everything to explain human activities.